And now I would like to play for you a song called The Maple Leaf Rag. It was written in the late 1890s by a famous composer named Scott Joplin. Its popularity spread across the U.S. in many famous saloons, just like we have here. There's a lot of hungry cow folks inside. Come on in and join us. Howdy, folks. Thank you for coming to my musical performance of the Maple Leaf Rag. Some of you might wonder, why did we choose rag to describe a musical genre? And, well, if you look at an old rag, you'll see spots and holes all over the place. And that's exactly what's happening when you play a ragtime music. Your hands are going all over the place. I graduated with a degree in music from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire. And during my education, I loved playing 2- and 3-part inventions by Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach created these pieces of music where there's 2 and 3 different melodies going on at the same time. The genius is that all those melodies harmonize with each other, creating a wonderful composition. It was right around this time that I'm certain my brother Mike Lavorata heard me practicing and knocked on my door and asked me a question. He said, "Hey Guido, did you ever think about learning how to play ragtime music?" I didn't know what ragtime music was. So I went out and decided to purchase a collection of ragtime music by Scott Joplin. I was instantly drawn to the Maple Leaf Rag, not knowing that was his most famous composition, along with The Entertainer as well. Scott Joplin certainly, well, he came from a musical family, and I am certain that he studied classical music and gained his inspiration from the 2 and 3 part inventions of Johann Sebastian Bach. The genius of Scott Joplin was that he incorporated something new that he saw growing up in dance, and that is syncopation. So whereas Johann Sebastian Bach was emphasizing the downbeats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4N, Scott Joplin incorporated syncopation that he saw in dance in his music. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The emphasis was on the upbeat, not the downbeat. You could almost hear ragtime music while just me counting those rhythms. And it's interesting that during the same time period of Scott Joplin, there were other pianists that were also playing rag, and there was one in particular, James Price Johnson, that incorporated stride piano, a technique in music called stride piano, into his performances. After James Price Johnson, his students were Art Tatum, Fats Waller, and then they created a new style of music called jazz. This all culminated, all these different styles culminated in probably the greatest jazz pianist of all time, my favorite, Oscar Peterson. So my point is that we all draw from each other. We all are inspired from each other, and then we incorporate something new that, in fact, then inspires others. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Get inspired from each other and create something new. Say, I have other performances coming up. So, thank you for listening. And you all come back now, you hear? Thank you.